The message came through the dark, raw, panicked, and ancient. A subspace burst encoded in a format no sane civilization had used in millennia. The signal originated from the ruins of a shattered world orbiting a dying star in the Velker expanse. The transmission lasted 12 seconds. In that span, the universe shifted. It was a Type Z Omega distress call used only in extinction-level emergencies. A call that bypassed governments and fleets. A call that was never supposed to be used again. A call that only one species answered. In the orbit of Earth aboard the flagship Vindicator's Wrath, Fleet Marshal Helena Rourke stood silently at the command deck. Her eyes scanned the decoded signal now looping on every terminal. No one in the room spoke. They didn't need to. It was a voice barely recognizable as sentient, choking on terror. To anyone, please. We opened it. It's loose. It's not natural. Not a weapon. Not a species. It's wrong. We beg you contain it. Kill us if you must. Just stop it before it gets out. Coordinates followed. Then static. Rourke finally exhaled. How long since it was sent? 17 hours, ma'am, replied her AI officer, Vox. And no one else responded? Vox hesitated. The Galactic Compact flagged it as irrelevant. They suspect it's a trap. No aid dispatched. Rourke's voice turned to steel. Of course they didn't. The Deathworlders, as humanity had come to be known, had long been a pariah race in the galaxy. Born on a planet that tried to kill them with every breath, they evolved not with grace, but with fury. Acid rains, tectonic cataclysms, predators with hyper-evolutionary cycles, Earth was less a home and more a proving ground. The Galactic Compact had welcomed humans centuries ago, then quietly distanced themselves after the First War. The human concept of proportional response didn't translate well to the rest of the galaxy. When pirates took human hostages, Earth sent in killsats and glassed an entire asteroid belt. When a border skirmish broke out, humanity's retaliation destroyed 3 fleets in under 4 hours. They didn't fight like anyone else. They ended things. Now, they were needed again. Within 5 hours, Earth's Armada-class dreadnoughts disengaged from their defensive grids. Hundreds of carriers and cruisers reoriented toward the Velker expanse. The Deathworlders Armada, sleek, black, and terrible, rippled across space like a coming storm. The galaxy watched in fearful silence. Aboard the cruiser Grave Intent, Lieutenant Caden Trask ran diagnostics while the ship refueled mid-jump. He'd seen the signal too. His sleep hadn't returned since. Ever wonder why we always run toward the screaming? Asked his engineer, Juno, leaning against the bulkhead. Caden half smiled. Because no one else will. She looked out the viewport, where the massive form of the dreadnought Ashmaker prepared for warp. That thing could split a moon. You think we'll need it? He didn't answer. Because he did. 79 hours after the signal arrival. The system was wrong. Not ruined. Not bombed. Warped. The planets were in strange elliptical orbits. Light bent in odd ways. Signals echoed themselves. And the world the signal came from? Gone, replaced by a floating, obsidian monolith with pulsing red veins. No life signs. No transmissions. No gravity. Until they scanned deeper. It's hollow, Vox whispered. It's inviting us. Rourke ordered quarantine drones to descend. The first went silent. The second melted from the inside out. The third sent back 2 frames of video, an IA 10 kilometers wide, opening in the dark. Then nothing. Prep boarding squads, Rourke commanded. Her officers balked. Ma'am, if this thing can bait us, then it might learn. Might travel. We can't let it reach inhabited space. We go in. We end it here. The order echoed across the fleet. Human boarding parties. Armed with nuclear core blades, anti-mimetic disruptors, and tactical AI support, descended into the monolith-like fire, entering the heart of night. They found no corridors. No life forms. Just rooms that changed when you blinked, gravity that pulsed with thought, and whispers that bled from the walls. But they moved forward. Because they were Deathworlders. Lieutenant Trask's team was the first to reach the core. There, suspended in nothingness, was the last survivor. Not of the original species, but of the thing that had destroyed them. It wore their skin, spoke with their voice. But Trask's mind, honed from Earth's chaos, rejected its lies. It offered peace. Trask offered a micronuke. The explosion ruptured the core. The monolith screamed, not audibly, but through every system, every comm channel, every living neuron. But Earth's forces didn't flinch. They detonated the Ashmaker's singularity bomb. One that tore not just space, but reality at the seams. The monolith collapsed inward. The system destabilized, but the thing was gone. 5 days later, the human armada exited the expanse. Silent, scarred, no explanation given, no statement released. Just one universal transmission from Earth's Grand Marshal to the Galactic Compact. Next time you ignore a scream, don't worry. We'll still come. Just stay out of the way. The galaxy understood the message. The Deathworlders weren't heroes. They were something far more terrifying. Necessary.